it's the holidays, there's pens and stickers. We want everybody to take them home. If there is an empty spot next to you, take that, give it to somebody in your office, or give it to somebody that you think might want to come to a future meeting. Small things to say thank you for what you've done. So, again, it is time to start our meeting. Here's what we're going to do. If we can all grab a seat, we will get started. Again, it's the holidays. So I thought we're going to start today a little differently. So I asked everybody to be seated. Now I'm going to ask everybody to stand up. If you have been attending Lake County, the Youth Chapter of 1 Million Cups for less than 6 months, please sit down. If you have been attending for less than 1 year, please sit down. Use your best guess. Maureen's got that puzzled look. If you have been attending for less than 18 months, please sit down. If you have been attending for we're just over 2 years, less than 2 years, please sit down. All right. So what we got to do, we got to get one more. We want to thank you for your attendance. And your commitment. Pete, we will make sure to get you one. These are valuable, so we've got to put in that. All right, look at Jermaine. Jermaine, look at that. That is a county guy. That is a county guy giving up his pen. I will tell you, that's my go-to coffee cup every morning. Actually, I have 2 of them because I kind of snuggled an extra one out when we first got started. But they're great mugs. But we just want to say thank you for your dedication, for being here and supporting the program. So again, thank you. So before we get started, a couple housekeeping things. Let's keep our side conversations to a minimum so we can make sure that we give our presenter our full attention. Please mute your phones. Please let everyone know we are filming on Facebook. If you can, go on our Facebook, like our page, share that to your page so all of your friends see what we do each and every week. And then up here to my left, your right, is what we generally hold for the women's bathroom, and back there in the corner is for the men's. And just as a note, with the next 2 Wednesdays being Christmas and New Year's Eve, we will not be meeting. We will be back here on January 7th. So we want to thank our sponsors every week for the Mega Workplace for being here and bringing this into the community. We also have in the room Raymond Legis with Lead, who is really the most responsible part for bringing 1 Million Cups to Lake County and the Eustis area, and now our sister chapter in Claremont. We have Brian Biedrich from the UCF Incubator, who asked me this morning if Brian was going to be here. Brian is here, so please connect with Brian sometime. Stephanie, yeah, please make sure to talk with Brian. And then John Doringus with the SBDC. If you have not met with John, please meet with him. He'll help you organize your books, your balance sheet, everything that you need for business success in this room. And then, of course, we have our weekly 1 Million Cups. So we want to thank our sponsors each and every week. It has been Foxtail since day one and going forward. So if you make a connection here today, please visit a Foxtail just to say thank you for what they've done for the program. And then for the last day, let's thank Arlene from Happy Hippie Testing for that. We will have a new food sponsor coming in first quarter. We are looking for second, third, and fourth quarter food sponsors. So please, if you're interested, let one of us over the tag know, because I would like to fill up the year so this is not something that we have to worry about, mid-March, that we don't have a second quarter food sponsor. So let us know. So what is 1 Million Cups? It is for the community, by the community. It is a community support program, community business support program. I love the way that that's a 1 Million Cups saying, is it? I think that's one of the best things. The 2 best things that they say is, what keeps you up at night, and then for the community, by the community. It's a hub or home base for entrepreneurs in Lake County. We have 2 chapters here in Claremont. If you're in Lake County and you need business success, this is where you need to be. We are now up to 116 chapters across the country. There's no cost to attend every week. There's no cost to present. Everything is either sponsored or provided for you to attend and give back and support the community. And then again, if you're a business person or an entrepreneur, this is where you want to be to help your fellow business partners in the community. More. What is it? It is presentations and not pitches. When people come up here and pitch, and we'll see more about that coming up, they're not here to sell you, they're not here to try to ask for money, they are here with a challenge that they need your help with. We review the presentations ahead of time because we want to make sure that our presenters get the most out of their time presenting. And then it's making connections. We want long-term organic connections to be made in this room. It is not networking. You're not here to be sold to. If we see that is happening, we'll have a side conversation. There are great organizations for networking. We want connections. We want this to be a safe space for you to attend every Wednesday, not feel like you're going to walk in going, great, I'm going to get hit on to buy somebody's product. That's not going to happen here. We don't want that happening here. But Todd Hidley with BNI, one of the best networking organizations that there is. We've got chamber representatives, some of the best networking opportunities you can have. Talk to them about networking. Come here to make connections. So, who is new or a first-time member to 1 Million Cups? If you would, again, please stand up. So what we're going to do, again, we want to thank you. It's the holiday season. We're going to ask you to give your name and your business name. Again, not who your customer is, not who you're looking for, what you are, just name and business. And then we're going to thank you for being here. Greg is going to give you a cup and a notebook for being here to say thank you. We don't do this every week, but you never know when we're going to do it, so make sure you come back every week. So let's start up here.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Renee Burton, and I am with Mindset First Coaching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Braden Herron, and my business name is Sudsy.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dimitri Colmer. I'm originally with Air Force, and I'm starting the real estate development.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service.
Hello, my name is Dean Helty. I'm with Fifth Third Bank, first time here.
Thank you and welcome.
My name is Leona, and we're all with Fifth Third.
We still want to know who you are.
Hello, my name is Demetrius Berner, and also from Fifth Third as well.
All right, thank you all for being here, and make sure that we want to make sure everybody got their cups and their notebooks. I saw Jesse walk in this morning, and he comes in with his 1 Million Cups because they are great cups for traveling. Not a huge one, but if you want something that's going to stay warm for about 2 hours, those are the cups, and we may give a few more away at the end of the day. So, who is eligible to present to 1 Million Cups? Now, before we get started on this one, I did want to let everybody know. Starting January 7th, because again, we're not meeting the next 2 weeks, we have a pretty full schedule going into next year. The first Wednesday of the month, we will only have one presenter, and we will start that meeting promptly at 9:10. Every other meeting, we are looking to fill up with 2 presenters. We will be starting right at 9 a.m. So please make sure, try to be here on time. If you're going to be 5 minutes late, still show up. Don't think you're late. But we want to go ahead and get started because with 2 presenters, we have to start right at 9 a.m. But if you have a business idea or a business concept that you need to get feedback from the community, is this something that Lake County is ready for? We want you to present those. Those are some of our best presentations that we've had. You're going to get great feedback to say, maybe it is, this is a great product, let's run with it. I think you should run with it. Maybe it's one of those that you might want to wait, 6, 8 to 12 months before the county might be ready for it. Maybe it's too advanced, maybe, but this is where you get the feedback on it. The program is really designed for the startup to the newer businesses 1 to 5 years. Again, this is where we have our What Keeps You Up at Night challenge. When you're sleeping, you wake up at 2 a.m. How do I get past this? During the day, you're having breakfast, you're having lunch, you're having coffee. How do I overcome this challenge? This is where you come and you present that challenge, and then everybody in attendance is going to give you suggestions on how to overcome that challenge. You take them back, you put it in your business, you come back in 6 months, you represent, you tell us how that original challenge went and how you were able to overcome it, and then what the next challenge is. So from startup to 5 years, you're really going to have 10 to 12 opportunities to present. At the end of 5 years, that's where business success is really at its greatest level. We're going to help get you through those first 5 to 6 years if you're going from startup to 5 years to long-term business success. And then if you have an established business, the one thing we always talk about, Ray with Lee, I think he can attest to this, business growth can be done the right way, it can be done the wrong way. Business growth, growing your long-term established business can be difficult if it's not done the right way. You have successful people in the room that have seen people grow their business from 10, that have been in business for 10 years. They're going to expand. They've done it the right way. They're going to help you do it the right way as well. Yeah,
Yeah, if I could interject, hi everyone, Ray Legas with Lead Lake Economic Area Development, and I wanted to take this opportunity since Jim said my name. In terms of the universe of 1 million cups, again, you mentioned about over 116 chapters across the country. We are so fortunate to have 2 in Lake County, which is actually the first county ever to have more than 1 million cups chapter. And so I wanted to take the opportunity, because I saw the folks from Fifth Third Bank, and I saw see Trusco in the corner there in the bright pink shirt, wait for us there. This is the community, and again, Jim just went through the process of how we're trying to develop and give an opportunity for entrepreneurs, whether it's just a business plan on a napkin, an idea that they wrote down, some place that they can come and see these things. So as bankers, it's like we need the support, and we have other banks involved that come, I guess randomly. But if someone walks into a branch, and you probably have to do a lot of, I guess you could say, filtering, where someone's like, I have this great idea, I want that $50,000 to get that started, and it's like, so that's why we hope to leverage your knowledge and ability for this, because this could be a place, instead of you having to kind of go through, lots of people think that there's lots of free money out there to start a business, which there's not, and you guys I'm sure could speak a little bigger to that, but in terms of coming here and kind of spreading that knowledge, and perhaps all the small businesses that you deal with as well, of trying to spread of what's really needed from the entrepreneur community to succeed. So again, we have SBDC here, we have UCF Business Incubator ourselves, to be able to keep that community going. And so I just wanted to interject, since we had 2 banks, substantial banks as well, to be able to kind of spread that word out there. So.
And that's a great point too, because as bankers, and Maureen, as bankers in our community, you can go back and I don't think you're overstepping any of the banking regulations to say, do a mass email to your business clients and say, hey, I just was part of one of the best business support programs in the community. I think it's one of the best ones in the country. Come attend this, and this may help give you some suggestions for your business going forward, because again, we're all here for business success. So if you find value, and I'm sure you will, let your business partners know. The business customers that you're working with them, let them know this is where they need to be on Wednesdays.
And it's kind of neat, because every 1 Million Cups chapter meets on Wednesday mornings across the country, so all 116 plus. So it's a neat kind of entrepreneurs across the country, kind of all meeting at the same time, I guess, based on your time zone. But it's kind of a neat camaraderie thing too. So
yeah, we had one. I think he's actually presented here. I think he's been to 55 meetings across the country. So if you're traveling and you got nothing to do on a Wednesday morning, and you're in Denver or Vegas or wherever if they look it up, if they have a chapter, and it's like, I'm going to go see what their chapter is all about. And they might do business differently in the West than we do here in the East and the Southeast. Maybe you can bring something back here going, I think this will work here. So we're going to take some thoughts back and bring it to our chapter here. So before we get started with our presenter, we're going to move quickly, because I'd like to get him up here by 9:30. If you had to choose, what would you be remembered for, how you finish the year or how you start the next one? Good question. Todd's taking full advantage of AI. Morning. Let's go with Arlene in the back.
How you finish, because it doesn't matter how you start if you don't finish. And everybody starts with resolutions, but they last till like February. So I'd rather be remembered how we finish the year.
Yeah, good point. Eric.
Eric Kleinbach, Honest Wisdom. One of the things is, you can't finish if you don't start. Just so, if you get off to a good start, you have a great chance to finish. If you never start, you probably won't finish. Someone else more famous than myself said it more eloquently, but that's the gist of it. Thank you.
There's no one here more famous than you, Eric. Go ahead.
Hey there. This is Heather with Lake County Social Scene. I agree that you have to finish really strongly. This year beat me up pretty badly, so I don't want to be remembered about how I'm finishing this year. I am really excited about how I'm going to start next year. So I want to be remembered for the excitement and energy that I'm starting this year with.
I would like to say, I kind of agree. I would like to remember how I finished, but I always remember it's always hard to score.
I could go devil's advocate either way, but I mean, finishing, you have to be consistent, you have to actually work hard. But finishing to me sounds transactional, and starting feels more from the heart. You know, this is what I intend to do, this is what I put thought into. I like starting the year versus finishing.
Yeah, you know, I always think, and again, I get it, we're starting a new year, but I think the problem, and it's almost a trap that we fall into with resolutions. You know, it's mid-August and it's like, well, I'm gonna start a resolution. I get, well, why start then? Just start it, you know, don't wait till January, start it now. Pat.
So as my father-in-law says every time we go on a cruise and he cracks a beer at like 8 a.m. You can't drink all day if you don't start first thing in the morning. But, I mean, of course I wrote the question to be open-ended so everyone would have this, but in my opinion there isn't a difference. If you just think of it as, okay, I'm done with that and now I'm going to start something new, then you have two separate things. We're all hustling, we're all working, it's just one long continuation. So what if the year turned over? You still have to just keep moving on.
And John, I think as long as we finish above ground, we all win.
Grass to the ringside, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
I'd like to add something. On that finishing aspect or starting aspect of it, don't start something if your intention is not to finish. A lot of people go into trying things, but trying doesn't get you anywhere. You want to have that mentality of doing your best at whatever you're going to start, and that your goal is to finish.
All right, great advice. See, we haven't even started the meeting yet. Look at all the great stuff you're going to take with you when you leave here today. So, what if you're interested in presenting? If you want to present, if you have not presented, if you've been thinking about it, go to our website. You got to follow it. Then there's going to be a tab that says present. Click on that tab that says present. Fill out the information. It's going to go. Todd and I are going to review the information. It's pretty simple. As long as you're, got a new business, if it's within 1 to 5 years, or an established business, we just want to see growth, we're going to accept it. You know, and as long as, even if it says, hey, I'm looking for referrals, we're going to accept it. We're just going to work with you on how to ask for that in a better way. So go to the website if you want to. There's a sheet downstairs if you want to sign up. But the easiest way, just go to the website. But our presentations are 6 minutes in general. We're not going to cut you off at 6 because we want to make sure that you get the full presentation done. But remember, if you go over, it's going to take into your, cut into your feedback time a little bit, and then you're going to get 20 minutes of feedback from some of the most successful people in Lake County, in the Eustis Golden Triangle, that sit here in this room every day. They're going to tell you how to overcome that challenge. So when it comes time for the feedback, if we can, let's keep our responses, to the point, so we make sure we get to everybody. And we want to start with Ryan from Stanico. I'm sorry. Zane. We had Ryan before, but let's welcome Zane, and he's going to tell you about Stanico.
Hey guys, good morning. This is our old brand. I didn't change that first slide, but don't worry about that. So, my name is Zane Shiratori, coming here to represent one of the projects that I'm working on. A few projects that are in software based. I'm building an enterprise suite of tools. This is one area that I'm really trying to focus on, is call it making more sense in dollars of your network. It is a way to manage your network better, but purely about converting better and being well organized. So my background is I've mainly been in software, starting online businesses throughout my career. Going forward into this new year, we have this crazy thing called AI that's helping us to convert our ideas into products very fast. So I'm working on quite a few things right now that I'm getting into the market, ScanCard being one of my main focuses. So if anybody in this audience is used to going to events, how many of you guys in the last year have been to a trade show where you have had to be there for more than 2 days and you're meeting over 500 to 1,000 people in a short period of time? Right, okay, so about half of you. How many of you guys are going to networking events at least once a month? All right, so all of you, okay. So basically, we meet a lot of people. We end up, trying to get business cards, things like this. This becomes kind of the challenge. So the old way is that I would be going to an event. I'm going to grab a business card. I got to take that back. I got to try to make sense of it. By the end of the show, I come back and I'm at my desk going, okay, how do I make sense of all this? I don't have any metadata on these conversations other than like a very, very short-term memory of like, okay, I think I talked with this dude about something, I need to do this. Unless you were very, very organized during the show, which is usually kind of a nightmare in and of itself, you're like using a notepad and all this kind of stuff, you're not going to have any of these things, really well sorted in your head. So I don't like this model. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So these are typically the challenges you run into while you're at a show. You're going to say, hey, I'm out of business cards, or hey, I need to follow up with this guy. I know at least 20 real estate agents. Now let me try to remember their names. When you're trying to refer back to your network, somebody might say, hey, do you know these people? Yeah, I know them, but let me try and go into my contacts and figure out who they are in my Apple contacts. Good luck with that, right? So this tool is about better managing, ingesting the data into the system, and being able to organize that and set actions and create deals to where you have everything in one simple interface. All you do is you take a picture of your card. It's going to store the image of your card, but as it's going into the server, it's scanning all that data to then create a profile for that user, which is going to then be in an easily organized system to where now you can make sense of that. You can add notes, you can add voice notes, you can put them into buckets. You can say, hey, like these people are in my 1 Million Cups network, they're in real estate. You can put all these tags on there to where now you can kind of make sense of the people that you know. These are just a handful of features we have. So we have profiles. So another really strong thing is that it's not just about scanning. You can put up to 10 digital profiles inside of ScanACard. So whenever you are a serial entrepreneur and you have 3 businesses, you got a personal profile, you can set all those presets for each identity to where at any moment somebody meets you, you can just say, here it is, creates a QR code, shares it. Now, we are privacy centric. Whenever you're doing that, it is not creating a permanent QR code like Dot and the other competitors out there where they allow all your data to be scraped on the internet. Everything that we do is meant to be intentional to share it to an individual. So it's available for up to 2 days or 5 times, so this way that QR code resets. But other than that, like I mentioned, you got those other features. It's really easy to import, export, things like that. Right now, the challenge that I'm having, I've been in the market for about 9 months. We're growing slow with getting more and more subscribers. I would say the people that are pushing us more are our customers. Our customers that understand it and are using the product, they're kind of our biggest ambassadors in helping us grow. Where I'm having the main challenges is looking at what we have in front of us, which is systems that a lot of people are already used to, right? They're used to using Dot, or they're used to using a major CRM. We're kind of in between that. We're a micro management CRM. We're not a full suite CRM, but we help you to still be more actionable and have an easy to look at pipeline and actions, things like that. So it's kind of like a cross between, you can move data to another CRM if you want to set up email automation, all that stuff. We're trying to be kind of a hybrid product in this space. But anyway, yeah, that's my name, Zane Shiratori, ScanACard. I would appreciate any feedback. Thank you.
Thanks, Zane, for what he's doing. We're going to get started. Greg and Maureen are on the microphone, so Heather, we're going to start with you.
Hey, thanks for that presentation. So I'm
For
just
sure.
curious if your application integrates with our websites.
When you say integrate, sorry, can you
So
define?
will it glean information also, like new customers that are signing up on our website? We haven't particularly met them yet in person to scan a card. Will it also integrate and bring that information into our contacts as well?
Not right now. So I don't have any integrations with any other third-party tools right now. I mean, this has been somewhat of a request that I don't want to pigeonhole myself into creating a lot of extra work that I need to have with trying to keep up with 5,000 different APIs that are constantly changing, and then our format changes it becomes hard to challenge. Instead, we've kind of focused on, hey, let's just say you ingest this list, you can have them and just import a CSV file or a PDF file, and you're done in 2 seconds. So that's that option as long as you have that format to pull out of there. And same thing vice versa, you can just export in one click. You can make a PDF or whatever from any bucket that you want to have or your entire list of contacts. You can put them into another system.
Nice.
Thank you.
Is there a cost or fee for this?
It's a whole $9 a month.
So if your current customers and members are your biggest assets getting their friends, do you have a refer a friend program? Do you have some sort of incentive for them to keep sharing?
Yeah, so there's two components that I've been juggling, and I haven't integrated these yet because I'm not sure how I want to do it. So one was, if we all know the phrase, your network is your
network.
Okay, perfect. So the one idea that I had was this is kind of going through the aspect of if you refer people, you can get like $1 a month as a kickback, as you can make money from growing your own network, right? I was kind of looking at the MLM type of model. The other side is that I was going to just do, hey, if you refer somebody, you can get free time on your account, but I wanted to give more perks, because I feel like it's one of those things. I don't know how much it's going to really drive people, but it is still something I do plan on putting in there. I just haven't figured it out yet, weighing the pros and cons between the two.
Are you flat rate, or do you have added
Nope.
services that
So
maybe you
it's
could
flat rate.
added is free?
Yeah, so it's flat rate and you're grandfathered in. No matter what happens in the future, your price is going to stay the same. I'm not going to do the, hey, next year it's going up $20. We're not doing that. So everybody's grandfathered in. Whatever they come into, that price assigns to your account specifically. So we have one flat rate. I'm not going to be doing any tiered stuff. I want to make sure this product is just a simple price and you get all the features, however you want to use it.
Great job, man. I would say one, stay away from anything that sounds like MLM, because as soon as people hear that, they're just like, nope, you're out of there. So I have a CRM that does pretty much exactly that. Scans a business card, reads it, dumps it in, lets me store it all. And I have a dot card. So if I run out of business cards, I do that. So what is your product going to do that those don't? Or are you looking for not me? You're looking for someone that has neither. I mean, they both cost me money, a lot more than you're charging.
Yeah, I know they're expensive. So the thing is that the aspect of this is not just about ingesting it; it's also about sharing. So, for example, let's just say you have two people that have scan a card and they meet each other at an event. They can share that data between each other in about 2 seconds, but it's digital and it's not going to be an analog business card, right? So I've tried to digitize that interaction to where it takes just as long, but you get both of those bits of data digital. So that's one aspect. The other side of it is that we're more of a hybrid tool, right? So you're getting components that right now DOT is kind of on one side, a business card scanner is kind of its own product, and a CRM is kind of its own product. So I've tried to kind of merge that kind of all together in a sense, but in a more lightweight version. But mainly focusing on having really more ease of managing the people that you know and that you meet.
Okay, and then walk us through. You walk up and you say, "Oh, I've got scan a card." I scan your CRM, or is it NFC transfer, or?
Yeah. So right now we're just on the web. So it's a web-based application. You can use it on any browser, any device. I'm starting that way because I didn't want to say, "Hey, you got to have an iPhone," because if we just go in one direction with an app, it's pretty challenging because you cut off a big part of your market. So we're just in the web browser. So basically, if you're going to meet somebody, it depends on the situation, right? So if I have scan a card and I just met you, basically I can look at it in the sense of, hey, do you have a business card, right? If you don't have a business card, then I would just share one of my identities with you, and you can kind of follow up with me, and then I can also add you in manually. So you have that ability to say, hey, let's just add this guy's name and phone number. We just met him. He doesn't have a card. That's fine, right? Now, if you have a business card, I would just scan your card. The moment that I scan your card, if there's an email on there, after that scan imports, it's going to show me all the profiles I have saved in my phone. So about 2 seconds, I scanned your card. Now it's going to say, hey, which profile would you like to share back? It's going to use our email server to then send you an email. You're going to have my email, an email that's from me, from ScanAcard that's going to show all my contact data from that profile. So, I mean, I'm happy to do a demo if anybody has a card.
Thank you.
Eric Climate, Wellness Wisdom. Thank you for bringing this up. A few questions.
Sure.
I'm a little bit IT challenged, to say the least.
Understood.
And so, if I meet somebody like Ray, and he gives me his card, and I find out, you know, one, he's Filipino, two, he served in the military, am I able to go back in and manually enter those and have him show up in different platforms so I can sort out who in my contacts is military, who might be a Mason, who might be these other things, or are they limited to just the area of expertise that they have on their card?
Oh no, so in our system, when you're creating your buckets, you have 10,000 ways you can organize people. So you can create 100 parent buckets and 100 sub buckets.
But I can have the same person in multiple buckets, so I can.
Absolutely.
And so when I want to export this information, if I want to export all my military personnel into one file, so I can maybe send them something for Veterans Day.
2 seconds.
Okay, so and what format?
PDF, CSV, and you can also bulk copy. So one really cool feature we have that it's in our system. So if you're inside of a bucket, sub bucket, whatever the case, in your export tool, you can just click that little down icon to export. It's going to show you a little modal. It's going to say, hey, I want to do a bulk copy. Everybody who has an email on that list, so let's just say you're like, hey, I want to do a BCC, and just blast a bunch of people, hey, happy holidays. I can go in there, copy that. It's all in my email. I can just paste that into Gmail under a BCC. And that's one click. You don't got to export into a spreadsheet, copy all that.
But right now, all this, when you scan it on your phone, you have to transfer it to your laptop or your PC. Is that correct?
So you're going to be logged into ScanAcard, the website, right? So
on your phone, I guess.
Yes, on your phone or your laptop. It doesn't matter what device. So anything that has a web browser, right? So we are just in a web browser. So any device in the world that can go on the internet. If you're on your phone, like what I do, since again we're not in the App Store yet. I'm going to eventually get there. It's a bigger investment, but we're going to get into the App Store with Android, with Apple. So right now, how I use ScanAcard is I just have a quick little bookmark there on my home page. So this will open it for me. So this way I have my interface, and it's a very easy interface. You can just click right there, take a picture, and now that person's in your network. You don't got to really do much work. So it only takes a few seconds. So it's all very user-friendly. It's not bulky like a lot of these other systems that you're going like, oh God, there's just too much, too complicated. It's a very easy tool to use.
Okay, so we go to a chamber event. It's a year-end event. They're serving cocktails. We meet 30 people. We scan their cards in. You wake up the next day kind of going, ooh, had a great conversation with that person. How do you find them? Are they scanned in by date? So at least you can kind of go, oh, I need to go back and look from the December 15th chamber event, everybody that was scanned in that day.
Yeah, so actually that brings up a good point where I actually don't have any date filtering, and that brings up a good point where I can put that in. So right now it's sorted by the people that you add most recent. So your most recent people are always going to be on top, right? The other aspect is we have a tool here under our insights and analytics. So you can watch kind of how your network is growing, see a graph there. But we have some housekeeping elements to be like, so if I have no bucket assignment, right, I can see right here I have 10 people that I haven't assigned into a bucket. This tells me, like, hey, go and put some metadata around this connection because you might forget it if you don't think about it.
So, kind of as a part two, I'm gonna go just a thought opposite of what you got set up, and I want to go back to the screen because you've got so many different options. If you had the ability to go deeper on each option, then you could do like a graduated, like a menu, price menu, to say for the initial $9.99 a month, you're going to get profiles. But if you have the ability to sort by birthdays, by anniversaries, by different things, where like most CRMs now, I know the one that our company uses, it's automated that on their anniversary date, they get an email. On their birthday, they get an email. A little bit of manual updates, but then add more features to where you can go, okay, for this one it's $9.99, but if you want the top three, then it's $19.99. If you want the next three, it's $20. Maybe go on a graduated scale, do some, but if they had the ability to go deeper, like with Eric's, on Veterans Day, it automatically picks up, and I don't know if this ability is there, but it automatically picks up. These are all Eric's military contacts. It automatically sends an email saying thank you for your service. Something along those lines where they go deeper, offer more, and then you have the ability to charge more because it gives more automated services. Just a thought. Rose.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Good morning, Rose Lindo with Lindo's Catering and Events. So, with your program, what are you backed up to? Reason why I ask, I have the DOT card and I was hacked maybe a month ago. I lost all my contacts.
So DOT got hacked?
Yes, I was hacked, slightly hacked, but I lost all my contacts. So how, like if I lost all my contacts, where would I go to get back my contact?
Yeah, so absolutely. So data security is obviously super important. Our database is always updating. We're working more into going into or it's always backing up the whole database. But we're going to be working into database mirroring so that we have a mirroring service that's totally separate. So if one system ever got compromised, we have a backup system. Probably have 2 backup systems realistically. But yes, our data does work in a real-time database engine, so we can have data mirrored, where we have 2 instances that it saves to. But yes, that is definitely something that we already have in place in terms of backups. We have daily backups that run. As far as real-time backups, not yet. That is going to be the goal. Yeah. So like, if something didn't happen, there might be a short amount of time. We're like, hey, maybe that day. But again, this is an extreme scenario. The other side of it is that. On the data side, sorry, I lost that thought. Go ahead.
Well, and to Rose's point, maybe on that, as an additional feature, put some kind of protection in the that they offer. It's like, because with that you can have the basic, or for another $5 a month.
You can. So first of all, you can back up your data in 1 click anytime you want, right? So this is something that you can always go into your account. You can say export, 1 click. You got your whole contact list. None of these other services offer that for free, by the way.
But you're talking to me and Eric, and we are tech challenged.
Yes.
You know, those are things features that I think need to be put in there.
And I don't want to charge more for it. I really want to keep my business model simple and just be $9 a month. We have other ways we're going to make money. So I don't want to, and I understand the whole tiered thing. I did think about it, but it complicates things in a lot of different ways from your business model standpoint. In setting permissions on every single feature, it becomes really tricky. So I'm building another tool that is like this, but this one I want to just keep dead simple, $9 a month. We're going to keep adding in features. Another thing too that we're working on is going to be called the ScanAcard Network. We're going to be starting to put together events. We're going to be helping other events get noticed and have a calendar to where you can come in as a professional, and we're going to be creating professional groups. So you'll be able to go into the app, you're going to be able to create groups and build a network within our app.
So I have a question and a couple of statements. I'm all about redundancy, and that's a great example right there. I have a digital card. I carry physical cards for people that are tangible, that like tangible, and then I have a digital card, hi and hello. And my question to you is that when you do the ScanAcard, does it give you the ability to be able to pop it right into I have an Android, to where I can pop that contact information right into Android?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if you pull up that profile, all you do is tap on that profile, and you just say add, and they're there.
So it'll do that both on the Apple and Android?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a universal the vCard format. The vCard format is read by any device's contact information.
Well, that resolves her issue. I'm assuming Dot doesn't do that if she lost all her contacts, unless it has a feature that you haven't put on there to where you can copy into your contacts to where I have Google, so it's on their servers. So.
Yeah. But 100% data redundancy is extremely, extremely crucial. I know the importance of it because, yeah, obviously, last thing you need to do is go, oh, well, I just lost all my whole network, right? That wouldn't be a good thing, right?
So the other question I have for you, what really sets you apart from everybody else with all these different? From my understanding,
we're the only hybrid tool in the market that combines having digital identities, having scanning capabilities. We store your card. We don't just scan it. We keep the image in there too. And then the other abilities of setting actions and creating deals. So in that ecosystem, we're the only tool that offers that whole range of things, and it's also just very cheap. So it's not meant to come into the market where, yeah, I could charge more money for the product, but I don't want to.
So you have, this is only for physical cards, or can you utilize digital?
So we have, yeah, you can create 10 digital business cards inside of your account. So at any moment, you can say, hey, I want to share this identity for ScanCard or for another business or my personal one. You can customize those profiles to where you can select which one you want to share with somebody at a specific time.
So I ILO as a digital card. Am I able to put all my links to?
Yes.
Okay.
You could put up to 6 links on a profile.
Okay, beautiful. And what that is folks, is like for me as a realtor, with my ILO, then I'll send it to you today. But you can click on any of my links, and it'll link me to your website, my address, and all of that. So that's great.
Yep.
I do.
3 minutes left.
Okay. You know, if you have something like this and you're competing with everybody else in the market, I think another strategy would be to license your software to these other companies where it does all in one.
Yeah, so eventually I'd rather be in the goal of building an API instead of trying to fetch everybody's API. I'd rather have an API that you give permission to high level and I sell them that ability versus me being on the other end of going, I gotta try to do all the work to stay up to date with their APIs.
Yeah. Heather?
Yeah, so I hope that you've enjoyed your time up here presenting to us. We've enjoyed our time getting presented too.
Absolutely.
This is the value of 1 million cups, is that when you brought us your business, we've now told you many ways that we would like to see your business used by us. That's what we bring to the table. I love the fact that many of us are not tech savvy. That's why your product is really important. A CRM is really complicated to learn. They are really complicated to use. Your business might not be at that point yet because you're not tech savvy. So using a small tool like this is a great way for you to tiptoe into the world of managing your information better. So I heard you guys when you said, I'm not quite so tech savvy. And then I seen this product could really be useful to you to learn how to become more tech savvy in a simple way, and maybe to step up into your business being ready to use a full-blown CRM.
And you'd be surprised, most of my customers are actually over the age of 60 and are not tech savvy. And they have found that this tool has dramatically improved the way that they manage their network.
We've got about 2 minutes left. Let's give suggestions on where Zane can present, educate. I think the board of, an affiliate with the board of realtors would be an amazing one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not in that category. Sherelle from the Matilda Chamber. I just wanted to give a comment that I like your website. I've been checking out. I like that it's not an app. Because I don't know about everybody else, I have too many apps. So when you go and have an app, will you also keep the web version? Will that
Absolutely.
stay?
Oh, 100%. And
because this to me looks very user friendly, and I would consider your free trial and all that. So I like what you have now. So if you go to an app, please don't lose what you have.
No, so
That's just my opinion.
everything is going to be mainly focused on universality, right? Because the last thing I want to do is go somewhere and go, oh, shit, I lost my phone. Oh, how am I going to get into my account now? Hey, do you have a laptop? I can log in. I got access to everything. So it's universality. That's what's mainly important. I don't want you to get stuck not having access. Thank you.
So I have not personally had the opportunity to join our Claremont 1 million cups, but I've heard that they've got a lot of tech savvy people there.
It's about 50-50.
You know, have you been down there yet?
Yeah, this has been presented there about 6 months ago.
Oh, good. Is any of the feedback similar?
It is actually very, very similar. Yeah.
That's pretty consistent, then you can trust it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the, it's the challenge in coming into a very saturated market, again, is that most people make assumptions of what our product is, and they make assumptions that it's also complicated because of the category that it's in. So even though it's not those two things, it's been very hard to be like, hey, look, it's a free trial, just come in and play with it. You're going to see why it's different, but even getting people to take that next step has been kind of hard. So my strategy right now, looking from a marketing standpoint, is since I've recognized that my existing users are the ones that are wanting to promote it the most, because they're like, hey, well, now I understand why this is so simple. They're the ones that are wanting to share it. So I want to kind of capitalize on that. Part of the reason why I'm building the ScanACard network aspect is I want to be able to bring and host more events where we bring people together and people start to see our brand more. And again, it's all about helping professionals and helping people to be more successful in what they're doing. So,
all right, let's thank Zan again for presenting. And that was a great, great reminder that when you present here, or if you present Claremont, or if you present Ocala, present at the other chapters, because sometimes you get very similar suggestions. And where's Alan? Alan presented at both, and I think he got kind of a little bit of a different suggestions from here to Claremont. So present around. Again, this is all for business success. So whatever 1 Million Cups can do to help you be successful in your business, multiple presentations through multiple chapters will help you get there just as well. And I don't believe there's a time frame between them. If you can present here and then go present in Claremont in February and Ocala in April, get on their schedule. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Now, we need to be out of here by 10:30. Both the conference rooms are filled, so they gave us till 10:30. You're welcome to just kind of hang around the building downstairs, but if we do need to empty the room by 10:30 for some of these people in the conference room. So we're going to do community announcements. Since we're not going to be here the next 2 weeks, let's go any events coming up in the next 2 weeks through the end of the year. If you have flyers for future events, put them on the back table. We're going to get to a code that you can scan and put it on the league website. So anybody with the holidays coming up, anybody got any events coming up through the end of the year? Alan.
Hey everybody, I'm conducting a free webinar tomorrow called Civility in the Workplace. It covers how to be kind and how to recognize issues in the workplace that you can overcome. It's meant for frontline supervisors and individuals that just get angry. So we'd love to have you there. You can go to my website, hrofficesavers.com, or score.org to register. Thank you.
Is that a nice way to say anger management in the workplace? Maria.
Maria Alberti, Lake Eustis Area Chamber of Commerce. Alan, that's very impressive that you're on the SCORE program platform, and we need to promote that also. And I saw that when I was like, maybe I need to do, not from me being uncivil, but dealing with other people. It was worse in the classroom than it is with adults. But we don't have anything the next 2 weeks, but our breakfast, first of the month, it will not be on the first, it'll be the 7th of January, and just to let you know, it is the State of the City address. So, very informative.
All right.
That's it.
Arlene.
Hi, Arlene, Happy Hippie Customs. Tonight we have story time. We have story time every Wednesday, but tonight we have a special guest with Hunt's Exotic Foundation. She's bringing a smoke-colored skunk and reading a skunk Christmas story. So 5 o'clock at Happy Hippie Customs. We're right across from City Hall.
A live skunk.
A live skunk. I hope it's. And did you say they call it? Its name is Smokey.
No, he is a smoke-colored skunk.
A smoke-colored skunk. I was gonna say, I'm with you, John. I'm thinking it's like I will eat anything that's been smoked. I am not eating that. It's like okay, yeah, we're gonna. All right, we're gonna move on from that. So, if you want to stay connected with us, these are all the areas that we are now on. And I think we're posting our presentations to YouTube, all the different things. So scan there. If you have an event coming up, add it to the lead calendar. So if you have a flyer, put it in the back. If you have an event, scan it here, put it here. It does go onto the lead calendar. So when the 47,000 people that follow lead and go to their calendars to see what lead has going on, and by the way, they do some of the best events you will ever attend throughout the year. You want to get on their calendar. You want to follow their calendar. You want to attend their events. And I think 95% are free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part, they're all free, and it didn't matter, because if you had to pay for them, you're still gonna walk out of there with more more value than what it cost to pay for. But then your event is on there too, so as they're looking around going, ooh, hey, I might wanna go to that. And then lastly, again, let's start the year off strong. We're gonna meet same day as the chamber breakfast. We're gonna start at 9:10 on January 7th. So go to the chamber breakfast, come here afterwards, let's start the year off. You know, Todd's question, do you want to finish strong or do you want to start strong? We wanted to do both. We want to finish strong, we want to start the year strong. Let's invite a friend if you found value in it. Bankers, if you found value, first timers, if you found value, come back, bring a friend, say, hey, I think this is something that I think you would really enjoy. It's a way to give back to the community. We're all called to give back, and I think this is one of the best ways that we can do it. So thank you for being here. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, safe and Happy New Year, and we'll do the group picture, and Zane, we're going to put you right up front. So thank you for being here.